Hello. Hello, hello, hello. How's it going? If you're new here, I talk about opening your third eye to the point where you can see a light when you close your eyes. Can you see a light when you close your eyes? Tell me in your comments. Tell me in the comments. And tap that screen, please. Tap that screen, click the share button, click the copy button. You're here for your daily dose of wisdom and positive vibrations. If you're here, it's not a coincidence. There's something you need to hear me say. You need to open your third eye. Your higher self brought you here. God brought you here to learn the stuff that I'm talking about. Please tap that screen. Please share this live. I just started it. Let's get this live started off right. Um, so, can you see anything when you close your eyes? That's my question to you. And if you can, please write in the comments what you can see. Thank you for being here. If you're here, it's not a coincidence. There is something you need to hear. So stick around, hear what I have to say. Your higher self, God brought you to this live to hear something that I have to say, to open your third eye so that we can all open our third eyes and get our collective vibration of the whole planet way high so we can get rid of all the evil on this planet. So to where we can have travel to islands for free, where we don't have borders, where we don't have any of the poisons being sprayed all over the place in the sky, on our food. To do this, we need to all open our third eyes to the point where we can see when we close our eyes a light. So, what I can see when I close my eyes is a blue lotus flower that spins. It's like a liquidy 3D lotus flower. And when I focus on it and go into different realms and see different beings and get different downloads and answers to questions and problems that I have, ideas to create abundance in my life. So if you want to increase your ability to manifest things, this is what you need to do. Please put any comments or questions down below. One of the things that I used was distilled water. So distilled water is very important for cleaning the body. It's the only pure water on this planet. It's God's water. It's what God makes when makes rain. It's rainwater basically. And if our skies weren't so polluted, if it rains a lot in a certain area, even with the pollution, the rain cleans out the pollution. Within about 15, 30 minutes, you've got pure water. And that's what distilled water is. So we're synthetically making water, pure water, with our distillers. You can buy distilled water in the stores. It's the cheapest water there is. I think it's the most tasty water there is. And it has an amazing ability to clean out the body, including this pineal gland, so that you can see when you close your eyes a light. Once you are able to see this light, you know that your spiritual abilities like manifestation, all your psychic abilities you've heard of, those are on their way to being to the highest degree possible. If you want to have any of those abilities and you don't have them, you need to do this. This is what you need to do. You need to clean your body. You need to drink distilled water. You need to fast for a period of time. I did intermittent fasting when I was first opening my third eye. I opened it 7 years ago to where now I can see other realms and other beings. Once I close my eyes, I see a light immediately and I can focus on that and go into other realms and dimensions. It's like a screen pops up and it's like a VR headset. That's the natural state of humans. We are supposed to be able to do this. And there are people that can do it. If you could look at my 1.3 million view video, there's thousands of people. 90% of the comments are people talking about their ability to see what I'm talking about. So this is absolutely real. If you're here and you can see stuff when you close your eyes, please put in the comments so other people can see that. So what I did is I put together a guide to be able to help you, to give you everything that I know on how I did this, how I was able to open my third eye to the point where now I can see a light and I can see into other realms and see other beings. I've seen gray aliens. I've seen lion-like humanoid beings. I've seen cat-like humanoid beings. I've seen gray aliens, some with like big bulbous heads. I've seen some with smaller heads. I've seen different variation of reptilians and dragon-like creatures, um, stuff from like Dragon Ball Z, those type of different anime characters. I've seen the people who make anime are definitely tapped in. They can see what I'm talking about. If you're curious if this is real, go check out my 1.3 million view video where thousands of people are talking about all the stuff that they can see. We are powerful, magical beings. The problem is our power has been reduced. It's been diminished by the people that run this world that started ever since 200 years ago, they switched over this world and they put people like me and others into insane asylums. And the people that knew about the free energy, the people that knew about the old ways of Tartaria, where we were flying around in luxury and blimps. Please put any comment you have. Thank you for tapping the screen, and also click the share button, click the copy button. I'm glad to have you here. If you're here, it's not a coincidence. There's for me is God brought you here, your higher self brought you here to hear these all the way online to the great manifest a new earth that has fruit trees growing everywhere, that has no more poison sprayed on the food, no more poison sprayed on us from the air, no more poison squirted into us as a baby, no more of any of this crap. We can do all of this without even lifting a finger. We don't have to physically rebel. What we have to do is mentally rebel. We have to rebel against all the poison that they want to feed us in the stores. There's very small amount of stuff that I would eat in the stores. So what I focus on eating is fruits, vegetables, and also sugar. Sugar is not your enemy. We've been led away from sugar, just like we've been led away from the sun and distilled water. Sugar is your best friend. Sugar is the most important thing that you could consume. You ideally should get it from sweet, juicy fruits, but we have been led to fear this sugar. Sorry, there's a plane going over. Give me a second, or a helicopter. So thank you for being here. If you're here, it's not a coincidence. You're here to hear something I have to say. You're here to open your third eye to the greatest extent possible. A lot of us have our third eye functioning to some extent, but what we can do is get it all the way functioning wide the F open to where you can see a light when you close your eyes. This is the natural state of a human, and this is an indicator that your manifestation abilities are online, all the way online. This is the law of attraction. If you've heard of the law of attraction, attracting like vibrations to you. This works way better when your third eye is all the way open. So if you want to attract your desires, if you want to attract people into your life that are like you, like-minded, if you want to be able to read other people's energies, if you want to be able to walk into a room and sense who to talk to, who not to talk to, who is low vibrational, negative, and has it out for you, this is what you need to do. This is the best thing that you could do for yourself. So what I did is I put together a guide. If you click my name and click my face once it pops up, then go over to my website. It's only $5. It'll change your life forever for the good. So try it out, check it out. I guarantee you will not regret it. Thank you so much for being here. Put any comments that you have in the question. Put any questions you have in the comments, please. And also tap that screen. Tap 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 tap. Click the share button. Click the copy button. Do it a few times if you can. It helps spread this message of love and light where we can fix this world without lifting a finger. So if you're just getting here, what I've been able to do 7 years ago, I opened my third eye to where now I see a light. I see a lotus flower, a spinning lotus flower. It's like a blue, watery lotus flower. And if I focus on that, I can open up a portal. It's kind of like a black hole, and I can go into other dimensions, other realities. I can connect with other beings. I've seen all sorts of different types of beings. I've seen some that I've never seen, and it's hard to describe. But some that I can describe are a lion, like a masculine lion-like being, looked like he was sitting on a throne. Probably a lyran, if you've heard of the lyrans. And then also I've seen cat-like beings. I've seen different types of gray aliens. All of these things are not to be afraid of. There's positive and negative entities on every um, species. Just like here in this realm, we have positive and negative species or people in this realm. So that's what I'm trying to do, is get rid of all of the evil by just manifesting it away. So what we can do, our mind's power, our ability to manifest is so powerful that Hollywood tries to use us to manifest their reality, their dark apocalyptic reality. But we don't have to do that. What we can do is manifest the reality that we want. And to be able to get that manifestation ability all the way online to where you can manifest your desires quickly and you can get what you desire and what you deserve in this world, which is abundance. To do that, you need to open your third eye completely, which involves cleaning your body out, cleaning your entire body out. Right now, most people have their pineal gland is like a bone in the middle of their head, because of all the squirts that we got when we were a kid, because of the water that we're drinking, because of the food that we're eating. The cooked food that we're eating, those minerals turn into waste that has to go throughout the body. So it creates stiffness in your neck, in your knees, in your back. This what the process that I'm talking about involves cleaning all of that waste out, and that allows you to get loose and hydrated, fully hydrated, to where you not only have your third eye working properly, but you feel so much better. Your any depression, anxiety issues that you have, those can go away too. There's so many things that this fixes. There's a lot to it. So part of it is the fasting and drinking distilled water. Now, why distilled water is so much better than spring water, well water, tap water, is because it has 0 parts per million. It's the purest water on earth, and it's what God made in rainwater or dew. We used to have dew collectors all around the world. There's still are dew collectors that people had their whole cities were supplied with pure distilled water from these dew collectors. They would shuttle hundreds of gallons of water to their cities or towns. These dew collectors. They would be on mountains. We also used to collect rainwater. Even here in America, back in the 1800s, we had cisterns where we would collect rainwater, and that is distilled water. So that is the purest water, and it has nothing in it. It should have nothing in it. And what that does is it gives it a huge vacuuming ability to vacuum out all of the inorganic wastes in your body. It goes over this gland that's a rock in your head, most likely, and it goes over it and over it and over it and clears out all of those minerals and makes it into a squishy gland that then can work as your antenna to the spiritual realms to increase your manifestation abilities, your ability to read other people's energies, any psychic abilities you've heard of. All of those things are linked to the spiritual antenna, which most people, their antenna is not working very well. It's kind of like a metal antenna where you've got it, shrunk down. Can't really send and receive things as well as it should. So put any comments you have down below. I have a guide that I put everything that I know on how to open your third eye, like I did 7 years ago, and all the research since that time to increase and enhance my ability, which also in turn enhances the ability of your whole entire body. It rejuvenates your whole entire body. I'm 42 years old, and my wrinkles have gone away. I work out. I don't work out a lot, but I work out often. Every six days a week, I work out for about 15 minutes a day, but I really push myself during that 15 minutes. So you don't have to work out a lot, but I lost 50 pounds during this process, and I got rid of depression, anxiety, pain in my back. I had sciatica when I was in my mid 20s. I was waddling around a corporate office. I felt like a cripple. And if you have any of these pains or issues, it's most likely due to the foods that you're eating. Because if you're eating a high protein, high fat diet, it's in the term fatty acid, amino acid. Those are acids. So they're going to create acids in your body. They're going to leave acid wastes in your body. So those are creating painful things all over your body. And you've also been drinking non-distilled water. That's also creating wastes in your body that create stiffness and gray hair and all those things. So if you want to change that, if you want to fix all of those things that I just mentioned, check out my guide, click my name, click my face, go over to my website. It's only $5, the price of a coffee. You won't regret it. It'll be the best $5. Put any comments you have, please tap that screen, and then I'll click the share button, click a copy a few times if you can. What we're doing here is we're manifesting a new earth where there is no more bills, no more authoritarian structure. We don't need someone to tell us what to do. Let's see. No, you have to just meditate and understand that you are light. So I was trying to meditate before I opened my third eye. I was trying to meditate, and I was always hearing about seeing things in meditation, and I could never see anything. I could only see blackness. So I really wanted to see stuff. And so I prayed about it, and then I was led to certain things that I put in my guide, like fasting, distilled water, um, sexual energy retention, and sun gazing is another big one. So without doing those things, I would have still be seeing blackness. But now when I close my eyes, immediately I see a light, And if I focus on that light, it's a blue light. And if I focus on it, it starts to spin, and it's what they call a lotus flower. And it's like a blue, watery lotus flower. And if I focus on it, it opens up into like a wormhole, and I can go into other dimensions. I can see other beings. I can connect with these beings and receive downloads, information, answers to questions I have, answers to problems I have, ideas to create abundance in my life. So if you want this ability, this also tells you that your manifestation abilities are online and to the max. So your manifestation abilities require the antenna of your pineal gland to work properly. So without that working properly, if it's rocked up like it is most likely, if you can only see blackness, it's not working properly. It might be working a little bit, because most people can have a little functionality of their pineal gland. But if it's completely black when you close your eyes, then you've got some work to do. You've got to clean it out to get it all the way up here. But it's okay. You can. I did it 7 years ago, and everybody else can do it too. This is the natural state of a human. I had the squirts when I was younger. I didn't have the recent ones, but even if you got the recent ones, I think you can clean those out too. Please put any comments you have right here, and I will answer them before I leave. Also, if you could tap that screen, and click the share button, click the copy button. This message needs to get out. We all need to be able to enhance our abilities so that we can defeat the evil on this planet. Right now, we are in a spiritual war. We're in an actual, a regular war too. There's a war on our consciousness, and there's a war on our bodies. In in the stores, everything, a lot of the stuff is poison, and they're tricking us into thinking that we need certain things that we don't need. And also, they're spraying us from the skies. Um, I mean, in California, I haven't seen much lately. I'm hoping that the manifestation of new earth is happening as we speak, and it's getting better and better as we speak. But what I'm trying to do is accelerate that manifestation of the new earth. If you've never heard of the new earth, look into it. It's been talked about in Dolores Cannon talks about it, and she does QHHT sessions where she puts people under hypnosis and then brings in their higher self and spirit guides, and they talk through them. And she's asked thousands of people. She did this, and she wrote a book on it. She's been doing it, or she's dead now, but she was doing it for like 30, 40 years. And they would all talk about this splitting, this new earth that's happening, where the evil is going to have to leave this realm because we're getting so light. We're bringing in so much light. The light workers on this planet are bringing in so much light that it's like a dark room with cockroaches in it. Once you turn on the light switch, all of the cockroaches flee. And that's what's happening. And I am trying to speed this up to where we can get rid of the bills, which everything is related to energy. We already know that free energy exists. It's been kept under wraps. If you've never heard of this, there's so many different free energy devices. I believe they're using free energy right now to generate the electricity they're selling to us. But the government is mind control. Govern, and then ment. Okay, ment is your mind. Govern is control. So it's meant to control us. It's here to control us. And it started as a baby when they put the squirts in us. But look, the great thing is we can reverse this. Our bodies have an amazing ability to rejuvenate and reverse these issues. So what I did is I put together a guide that shows you everything that I know to clean your body up to the greatest extent possible and get your body functioning to the highest extent possible, which includes getting your pineal gland fully open to where you can see a light and you can go through and visit these other realms and beings. But that is an indicator that your spiritual antenna, when you say prayers, when you have desires that you want to manifest, when your spiritual antenna is not working properly, those things are going to take a lot longer, and they might not come exactly how you want them. So what you need to do is follow my guide. You click my name, click my face, go to my website. It's only $5. It'll be the best $5 you ever spent on yourself. Thank you for everybody who's bought my guide already. Please write me a review also once you buy my guide. I really want to hear what you guys have to say about it. I'm really proud of it. It's 8 pages, and it has everything. It's bulletproof or bullet style, so it's very easy to follow. There's 3 different ways that you could do this. a monk mode, which is really fast, which is going to open it the fastest. Then there's a middle of the way road where you can do. The first one is like intermittent fasting for a good portion of the day and drinking a good amount of distilled water. And then the next way is fruit fasting, fruit feasting rather, where you can eat as much fruit as you want and you can drink as much juices during the day. And then at the end of the day, you have a salad. And I give recommendations of different foods that you can eat that'll help you through this process and make it easier and enjoyable. And then the lower way, which is you have starches at night. So if you depends on what you're going through in life right now. If you have a job and you don't want to be uncomfortable doing the monk mode, you can be less uncomfortable by going the middle of the road, or very barely uncomfortable going the bottom of the road. So if you're curious what I have to say in the guide, it's 8 pages long, and it gives you things like, another thing is iodine. There's a special protocol that I recommend for using iodine to get the metals out of your thyroid and out of your pineal gland. And it requires you to slowly ramp up the dose, and then you've got to take other things with it. So I recommend getting the guide for that protocol. If you click my name and then click my face and then go over to the website, it's only $5. It'll pretend like you bought a coffee while we're hanging out here, but you didn't, because you don't need coffee anyway anymore. Please put any comments or questions you have in the comment section. And then also, if you could tap that screen and click the share button, click the copy button as much as you can. We are going to manifest this new earth quicker than you can snap your fingers. Once everybody is lit up. So what we can do is, even just one person lighting themselves up, like I'm talking about, where you can see when you close your eyes a light, just one person can offset tens of millions of low vibrational people that are sad, lonely, depressed. We can bring that up 10 million, tens of millions, and then we can also bring the whole collective consciousness up to where the evil will have to flee. Once we get to a certain point, the evil will just have to flee. It can't stand the light. So the more light we bring in, the faster we can manifest this reality. So you're helping save this planet by working on yourself, getting my guide, working on yourself, and tapping that screen, and then also click the share button, click the copy button. Thank you so much for being here. If you're here, it's not a coincidence. You were led here by God, by your higher self, to open your third eye and get these manifestation abilities online to the greatest extent possible to help fix this earth. You can fix people around you too. You can affect people around you. So you have our auras are pretty big, and the bigger you can increase the size of your aura as well by doing the stuff that I'm talking about. Basically bringing in as much light to yourself, and then that can expand your aura, and you can affect people around you. You can change the mood of a room. You can change the mood of other people around you. You can kind of encourage them subtly to work on themselves. If you've heard about this, yogis have done this. Thank you for whoever bought my guide. Please write me a review once you read the guide. You're gonna love it. So anyway, a yogi. They've talked about yogis. Like, if you go around a yogi, if you are around a yogi, they can they can open your third eye just by being around them. So once you get to a great extent, you can affect people in such a positive way. It's so powerful to do this work. And we don't have to rebel physically to fix this world. All we have to do is work on ourselves, get this third eye opened and working, get our manifestation abilities online and working to the greatest degree possible. And then all we have to do is visualize the earth how we want it to be. And the way I want it to be is with fruit trees all over the place. I want to have free travel, luxury travel on blimps, like we used to do 200 years ago. I've seen footage of it. They had dining tables, like fine dining tables on these blimps. They had suites with windows where you can lay down in your bed. Compare that to right now with the sardine cans that we're flying around in right now. It's amazing what we used to have, and they scared us away from those with the false flag event, with the Zeppelin that they blew up, and they got rid of all the Zeppelins. But if you look back, look into Tartaria. But a lot of the Tartarian architecture, like the Empire State Building, has these metal antennas, and those were docking stations for these blimps, and where you can load and unload people and supplies. And they had those on ships They were all over the place. So imagine being able, that's like makes it so easy to have those all over the place because you don't have to go to airport. You could just slowly float up to this docking station and get off or get on, like in the middle of the ocean, all over the place. And it was free. It was almost free, or it was free because the energy, we have free energy. The earth creates free energy in so many different ways. It's just being kept from us right now. So anyway, if you want to get your manifestation abilities to the tip top shape, if you want to open your third eye completely to where you see light and you can see things in your meditations, where you can do astral traveling, you can start traveling at light speeds through the dimensions and see different realms and beings, get downloads, answers to your questions. If you want to do that, I put everything that I know in this guide. If you click my name, click my face, go over to the website. It's only $5. It'll be the best $5 you ever spent on yourself. You will manifest that $5 very quickly, very quickly. So please put in the comments any questions you have. And also, if you can see what I'm talking about, please put that in the comments too. There is a 1.3 million view video that I did where thousands of people are talking about what they see as well. So this is absolutely real. If you want confirmation, go check that out. My guide also has reviews too, so check out the reviews. There's a lot of good reviews on there, so check it out. Let's see. Yes, fruit trees. So yeah, the fruit trees should be growing on every corner. Why do we not have fruit trees growing around every waterway, around every lake, in parks? Why don't we have edible bushes in parks? Like we could have berries, we could have grapes, we could have fruit trees all over the parks. We're already spending money on the water to water these things. Why is it like that? It's because of the evil on this planet that we need to manifest away. So we have to work on ourselves. The only way to fix this, we're not going to be able to physically rebel against this. We have to physically work on ourselves. We have to work on our own addictions, and we have to clean ourselves out with the right things. One thing that I've put in my guide is distilled water, pure water. That is the water that's God's water. That is the water that we need to drink to clean out our entire vessel of all of these metals that are being sprayed on us from the skies, in our food. You know what I'm talking about. If you so you can make green juices, that is a great way to get the is because we're living in a microwave. Some areas are more heavy duty of a microwave than others. But think about putting metal into a microwave. What happens to metal when you put it in the microwave? I'm sure you've done that on accident before. It sparks, it gets hot. Okay, so think about all those little metals. They're all throughout your whole entire body, including in your brain. And so when you have a lot of metals in yourself and you're in the microwave, which is the cell towers, the Wi-Fi routers, you're getting heated up. And that's why people are anxious and angry and frustrated, and they're able to affect our thoughts too with this technology that they have. So to get yourself immune from that, or at least to a great degree immune from that, you need to get all these metals out of yourself by doing the stuff that I talk about in my guide. It has everything that I know on how to do this, including iodine, fasting, distilled water, raw fruits and vegetables, which have raw fruits and greens mostly, which have the ability to help pull out these metals and things that should not be in your body. There's so many things that should not be in your body. A lot of people have a bunch of undigested waste stuck in their stomach from eating the wrong foods. And all of this can be cleaned out with the stuff that I'm talking about. And it's basically putrefying and creating problems in your bloodstream, and it's affecting your brain, all that stuff. So the protocols that I describe in my guide, again, it's linked in the bio. If you click my name, click my face, go over to the website. It's only $5. It's everything that I know on the subject of health and on the subject of opening your third eye. And I'm giving everybody that information. It's the easiest way I can give it all to you. It's 8 pages, 8.5 by 11 pages. It's a wealth of information. Go check out the reviews if you're curious. It'll be the best $5 you ever spend on yourself. And please start using these protocols, and let's light this world up. Let's light each other up. so that we can light this whole world up. Please put any comments that you have, and also tap that screen, and click the share button, the copy button a few times if you can. I'm going to read some of these comments. Do you think smoking blocks your third eye like cigarettes? I don't know. It's not good for you, though. You should probably quit. I was smoking weed, though, when I first was opening my third eye. I was smoking cauliflowers. I got to be careful with what I say, but I ended up getting anxious from it because what happens is cauliflowers can. No. Oh no. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it.